Good morning, Arizona. Welcome back. Yeah, everybody loves a love song, right? Selena, you sing it. But what's it really like in real life? Let's talk about it. Our guest has got more than 24 years experience, has worked with more than 30,000 individuals, couples, and families, all working to improve their relationships. They are committed to do so. You say you can fix any romantic relationship. Joining us to talk about returning the heat is Jane Fendelman, ahead of her summer relationship retreat. The last time you were here, you were telling us that you really could, or you believe you could save any marriage if both partners want it to be saved.
If they're willing, and they're willing to be completely bald-faced honest about everything, then yes.
Oh, that honesty is always a little tricky, huh?
It's hard. It takes courage.
Yes. So one of the things we're talking about this morning is sort of returning that spark to marriage, especially after you've been in it a few years, and especially when you become parents.
Yes.
It's real easy to become just focused on the kids.
It's right. Because human beings have roles, and they wear them like masks. And you are not your role. You're something bigger and greater, because the roles can change. So mother, father, parent, daughter, son, husband, wife, those are masks we put on, and we act out a particular role, and sometimes we even feel guilty when we take off the role. Like a working mom, they feel guilty when they're at work, and they feel, and not with the kids, and they feel guilty when they're with the kids and not taking care of the children. And it's really about presence and being fully in the moment of whatever you're doing. So,
well, and you add spouse into that equation, and oftentimes I think the role as spouse, as devoted partner, as person paying attention to the person that you married, that's probably the one that goes out the window first.
Right. When you have kids, absolutely. So the role of parent is such a huge role. It cracks open your heart, and you never knew you could love that much or like that. And people do get hyper focused and absorbed in that role, because you're literally keeping another being alive for 2 years. And we forget the role, the mask that we agreed to when we got married, which was, this is going to be a physical relationship. That's the agreement for a romantic, beloved relationship. The agreement, whether it was conscious or subconscious, is this is a physical relationship.
There will be a physical relationship.
If it's not physical, it's just a friendship.
Okay. So you've got to keep that part alive, and you've got to stay aware that that must be a part of the relationship.
There's wounds, and when you have a child, it's a love like you could never imagine, and it's like, whoa, well, he's not giving me that. This is unconditional love.
This is all-consuming
I like
love
this
here.
one better. I like this one better than this one. He's problematic. So that's when we have to do the personal inner growth work and the interpersonal work of evolving as a human being, so we don't get hyper hung up on that one role as parent. That's the only mask we become.
Well, and that's when you see marriages fall apart often, is when the kids then, maybe you stay together through high school, and then the kids go off to college, and all of a sudden the dynamics of your relationships that were all about this other person, you've lost it.
All revolving around the kids. And even though there's this, like, little tiny voice that would complain, or maybe there's a big voice complaining, we haven't made love in 3 months or 3 years. It's a comfortable stuckness. And people actually get addicted to other people, good or bad. And it's kind of a good thing, because it makes us stay in work.
Jane, I want to bring up, you mentioned the causes already. Let's bring up some of the fixes just very quickly as we wrap up here. One of the obvious ones would be getting the kids out of the room, making sure that you have private time.
Out of bed. Get the kids out of the bed.
Out of your room,
it's really hard to make love with kids in your bed.
And if we can move forward, guys, to the next screen, so that we can quickly go through a couple of suggestions here. There you go.
Old wounds. You have to heal old wounds. Women, especially when their heart starts to close from wounding, I always say that a woman's womb is connected to her heart. If her heart is closed, her legs are closed. Guys, it's easier than you think. Like, text me, and I will send you my simple cure, video cure.
Well, Jane, you can also get that great advice here. She's got a relationship retreat. You can check her website and go with your partner, and it could be a real life changer. Thank you so much. It was fun to talk to you this morning.
Olivia.
Let's check it out.